Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you for stopping by for your video forecast for the week of November 3rd through the 9th. I'm using my Wildwood Tarot deck once again this week. And what we have for Monday for you is the Six of Arrows in reverse. This is called transition, but whenever this comes up in reverse, this is bigger than just a transition. This is a whole lifestyle change. So I see on Monday that you're really starting to get serious about changing something in your lifestyle. This could come up for a move of home, a move of school, a move of work. It could also come up for things like eating more healthy, exercising more regularly, smoking less, drinking less. Any of those types of things can be lifestyle changes. So I see Monday that you're taking something very seriously about changing in your lifestyle because you want to be a more healthy person. Sagittarius, kudos to you. Now Tuesday, what we have coming up is the Seer in reverse. So Sagittarius, I'm not sure if each of you really knows that you have psychic abilities already. If you don't, you're going to start to realize this on Tuesday. You're going to start seeing it come in and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what was that? For those of you who already realize that you have psychic abilities, what's going to be happening for you on Tuesday is that your abilities are going to be expanding. You're going to be noticing a big leap in these abilities. So say that you haven't had precognitive dreams before. Well, now maybe on Tuesday you're going to have a precognitive dream. Or say that you haven't ever really had any clairaudience before. You've never heard any voice telling you anything in your head. Well, on Tuesday, maybe that's going to happen for you. For some of you, maybe you're starting a whole new class. Maybe you already do readings and now you're starting a class on some type of healing like Reiki or something like that. But the bottom line is psychic abilities on Tuesday for you, Sagittarius, are going to be expanding in one way or another. Okay, so Wednesday, what we have coming up for you guys is the Shaman. Now, the Shaman really has a lot to do with being able to take what you have at hand and make what you want out of it. So it's a very productive day, a very creative day, a day of really using the resources that you have and making something wonderful. It's a good day. Okay, so Thursday, what we have, our tone kind of changes on Thursday for the week. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure that some astrologer could tell me what's going on Thursday. But Thursday, we have the moon on water showing up in reverse. Now, what I'm really seeing with this in reverse, I'm really keying in on that egg there under the water. And I'm also keying in on that moon and kind of the shadows that the moon casts. So what's going on Thursday is there's something coming up just starting to be visible that has a lot of potential for you on Thursday. But there is a little caveat with this. It's like this thing that has all this potential is sitting right in the middle of a landmine, a figurative landmine for you. There are some, even though you're seeing this potential, there are some things surrounding this potential that aren't totally clear yet, and you don't have all the puzzle pieces quite figured out so that you can tap into this potential without risking who knows what along the way. So this is something that you kind of want to observe at this point on Thursday. Don't get too overly involved and enmeshed in it because there's a lot going on underneath the scenes that you're not aware of yet. So give this some time to fully flesh out before you completely grasp that opportunity and run with it. Make sure it's what you really want before you go with it, because it looks very enticing right now, but there's just a lot of secrets and a lot of murkiness around it. So let some of that stuff clear out first before you make your decision about what you really want to do with this. So that's Thursday. Friday, we have the Knight of Stones showing up in reverse. Now this is just telling me Friday there's going to be something happens that is going to make you feel a little bit less powerful in the manifest world than you did before. So this could be something like maybe you get a big bill in the mail, a bigger bill than you were expecting or something like that, a big invoice. Or maybe you are paying for something on Friday that you weren't expecting to pay for. Or it could be something like even getting laid off temporarily or getting hours cut back, something like that. So if something is happening financially Friday that is just making you feel not as good in the place that you were before. I don't feel like it's something that you can't recover from. It doesn't feel like a major thing, but it is something that you're going to definitely notice and kind of tighten up the belts a little bit because of this. Okay, but just temporary. Just temporary. I don't see it as being a long time thing. Saturday, we have balance coming in reverse, and this is really just telling me, it feels to me like it's tying in with Friday. Friday's news really kind of got you rocking a little bit, and so your balance is a little out of whack. You're a little worried and a little disturbed about, okay, well, how do I recover from this? And so Saturday, you really spend the day just kind of figuring out, okay, how can I bring that balance back in? How can I fix this? So it's Saturday, that's really what's going on a subconscious level all day long, no matter what else you're actually doing out in the world. All right? Sunday, Seven of Vessels. Now this card is literally labeled as mourning in my deck, but I just call it great sadness because mourning to me implies the death of somebody, and this does not always come up because somebody has passed away that we're close to, but it does come up as a great sadness that we're dealing with some kind of tragedy in our life. For some of us, it's losing a relationship, maybe a friendship just kind of peters out, or maybe a romantic relationship. For some of us, if we say goodbye to a job, I know that whenever I said goodbye to my office job and became a psychic full-time, I loved those people that I worked with so much, and it was reciprocal. We all got along well and did well together. So even though I knew when I was walking away from that job that it was a step forward and a step into my life calling, it was really hard. And I did grieve for that job after that. And so this can be something like this too. This card can indicate something like this where you're moving forward, but you have to leave something behind, and that hurts. Okay, so this is a day of just dealing with the hurt part of it. All right, so that is your week, Sagittarius. For those of you who would like to schedule a session with me, please feel free to check me out. My website is www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. Once you figure out if I'm really the right reader for you or not, get a hold of me and we can set something up as far as scheduling wise. For the rest of you, I will see you next week. Everybody have a wonderful week. Peace out.